In ShopSite Pro, merchants can sell digital files that can be emailed automatically after an order is completed. To set up the digital download functionality, start by uploading the files in your store. So I'm going to go to Commerce Setup and then click on Digital Download. Here you can upload all of your digital download files or just upload one to test it. Click on Upload Files and then browse your computer to find the file you're looking for. I'm going to upload a unit calculator for Windows. Open and upload. Once you've uploaded some files, configure how you want those files delivered to your customer. So click on Configure. This configure option will be set up for all of your files going forward, so you only need to do this once. In the file selection and file upload options are for the back office interface. So file selection, if you only have a few products, you can select those from a drop-down list. Or if you have thousands of digital downloads, you'll want to use the pop-up window. I only have a few, so I'm going to leave it as the drop-down list. For the file upload, the basic HTML form submit is what you just saw, where we browsed our computer, found the file, and clicked on upload. If you're using Internet Explorer, you have a second option of using the Adobe Flash Player. Download availability says how long you want the customer to be able to download the file, or how many times you'd like the customer to be able to download the file. So for the expiration time, I have it set to the default of 2 days before the link expires, and the customer can try downloading up to 5 times before the link expires. For the download file types, these are some basic formats that you may have for your digital downloads. The one I upload was a .exe for Windows executable file. The next section, URLs for downloading, is the most important part on this screen. It's where you want the customer to receive the link where they can go download their file. The two options are to include the link on the thank you screen after the customer places the order, or to include the link on the customer receipt, again after the customer places the order. If you're doing manual credit card processing, you may want to uncheck both of these options and then manually send the email once you have manually processed the order. If you're using a payment option such as PayPal or Google Checkout, where the customer never sees your thank you screen, but instead sees the PayPal thank you screen or the Google Checkout thank you screen, you'll want to make sure you have it in both places so that because the customer is not seeing this first one, your thank you screen, the customer is going to get it in their email receipt. Most merchants will include it in both places because some customers will expect to see it on the thank you page and some customers will expect to see it in the email receipt. And by checking both options, you're giving customers the option to look in the place that they're expecting. The text for downloading allows you to add your own text to customize it to your specific store. You don't have to add anything in here, but you may want to add a little bit more personality to the emails that are sent out. Save changes when you're done configuring this screen. Now, let's add a product to assign our digital download file to. So if I go into Products, I'm going to click on Add a Product at the bottom. This will be our digital download conversion calculator. The price is just going to be $5. And you can enter in a couple more fields. So I'm going to enter in the SKU, select my product image. I'm going to choose the image size as small. Enter a product description. I already have that saved on my clipboard, so I'm just going to paste it. Now, the shipping and download information. This is where you're going to change the product type from a tangible product, where shipping is calculated, to a download product, and then select your product download location. So select the file you'd like to use. I'll select the unit calculator. Next, I'm going to add this product to one of my pages. Let's add it to the home page. I'm going to check to create a more information and use the more information page text editor. Now I have my description in Word, so I'm going to just copy that. And then I'm going to paste it here. Get another space there. My image is already selected from the one I selected above, and the file name is going to be calculator.html. So once everything's set up the way you want, save changes and publish your store. Now let's place a test order to see what it's going to look like from the customer point of view. So if I scroll down to where my products are, here's my digital download conversion calculator. I can click on it and go to the product more information page where I have that description, and then add it to the cart. I'm going to check out just using Visa credit card. Enter in some of your own customer information to place a test order. So enter your first name, last name, address. For a test order, if you're not using a credit card processor such as Authorize.net or PayPal, PayFlow Pro, you can just put in a generic credit card number. So I'm going to do Visa with 16 numbers, which is what a typical Visa format is in. The CVV, the name on the card, let's do Al Davis, select the expiration, and finish checking out, and then submit the order. Now that the order is completed, you'll see that I have it on the thank you screen to click on the product names to download. So I can click here and be prompted to download. Or if I open my email client, let's go ahead and get mail, and I click on this, you'll see that here it says click on product names to download, and I can click from the email and again be prompted to download. Now let's say a customer doesn't see it on the email or tries to download a couple times and they're just having problems. So they contact you and ask if you can resend it. You can do that really easily just by viewing their order. So if I click on my new order, it'll take me to my order screen, and where I can find their order number or based on their name or their order number, I could search on a couple different criteria under their billing name, their email, whatever information you want to search under. So I'm just going to click on their order and then do view orders. And if you scroll down to where it has the products listed that they purchased, there's an option to send keys, which will send an email to download keys to the customer. So if I click on send keys, it confirms that you want to send the digital download calculator. Click on continue and you're done. Just click on OK at the bottom. So as a customer, I'm going to go back into my email. I'm going to click on get mail, and I got another email that just says here to download your products you recently ordered, click on the URL. So here they can again click on this URL and be prompted to download. The last option is if you just want to manually send somebody something. They call in, maybe place a phone order, you can send them the keys this way as well. For this, go under Commerce Setup, Digital Download, and again here you have all of your download files listed, and you can highlight a product and click on Send Keys and manually enter in the recipient's email address. Let's do Al's Tools Test, and it's done. You sent the download files, and again it's going to use the settings that you set up before under Configure. It's going to have the retry limit to whatever you set it to, the number of hours or days that it's available to whatever you sent it to. So if I go back into my email, click on Get Mail, you'll see that I have yet another email because I just manually sent those links. So this completes the video tutorial on the digital download feature in ShopSite Pro.